Welcome back, friends, to zombie-infested Kentucky. We're just wandering over here to pick up a few more planks, and we're going to use those to make a staircase, since we managed to get there yesterday. And because I forgot to say it, I'm Juniper, this is Project Zomboid, and it's 6:50 in the morning. Oh boy, oh boy. Let's check out the helicopter situation. I wonder if I can pick up planks while I have the radio on. Yeah, looks like it. That's cool. Alright. Not expecting a helicopter today, but, you know, who knows. I guess we'll find out here in a second. Well, looks like no helicopter, so that's good. Check again at 8, just in case. Still testing out the helicopter timing. But yeah, gonna build ourselves a staircase here. It sounds like from the weather report we're gonna have a lot of rain in our immediate future. Lots of rain. Which is okay. I don't mind rain too much, although now that I'm thinking about it, Teresa Day here does not like the rain. We established that earlier when it rained for like a month straight. Or what felt like a month straight. But, you know, we live inside now. We don't live in a tent on the side of the river. So maybe Teresa Day doesn't mind the rain quite so much as she used to. How about that? Oh, we couldn't get the last plank? Whatever. Turn this back on. We are getting very exerted carrying around all these planks. Make sure I have enough nails on me. Alright, so I don't remember seeing this message earlier, but I could have missed it. Looks like no helicopter still. Alright, sounds good to me. Turn this off once we get another bit of static here. That's good enough. Okay. Putting away the walkie-talkie, and now it's time to build the stairs. Alright. It's been a while since I built the stairs like this. Before I do this, how many squares is it? So the wall, the inside wall is here, so alright, we have plenty of space. Okay. I just wanted to make sure the top of the stairs was going to be adjacent to our living area if I do this, but it should be fine. All these planks on the ground are all going to get picked up, or did get picked up when I built the staircase here. Cool. There we go. We are on the second level here, so that's great. Now I need to actually pick up some of these planks, though. Come on. We'll start with 4. Don't need to tire us out that much. Oh, also we're quite hungry. Well, that'll have to wait a second. Alright, we are going to make some wooden floor. No, don't go down there. Make wooden floor up here. Okay. I'm actually not sure that that one there was necessary. Oh well, we'll do 2 here. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Alright, what if I wanted to make a rain collector barrel? I need carpentry level 7 for that. I can make a crappy one. 4 garbage bags. Let's see if we have any garbage bags. Well, it looks like we don't have any garbage bags. So we're gonna go around the mall and grab some. Here's one. Here's two. Here's a snack. Here's three. And there's four. So, we are gonna make ourselves a rain collecting barrel. Here's 3 planks. And then, we get to go up here, make ourselves a rain collecting barrel. Carpentry, furniture, rain collector barrel. There we go. Alright, I'm not gonna do anything with this barrel quite yet. It's just gonna sit here, collecting rainwater. 4 out of 160, nice. Actually, you know what? I completely forgot. I'll be right back. You'll see. I forgot about these guys over here. Alright. Empty out this barrel. We're gonna see if we can pick it up. What's our chance to break this? 30%? I'll take that. Hey, we got it. Nice. Okay. So now we do a nice slow walk with our very heavy load back over to that rain collector barrel we just made, and we'll replace it with this one. This one's much nicer. Alright, here we go. So if you're a little bit lost as to why I'm doing this, is because... Wait a second. Hang on. Don't disassemble that. I wonder if it's not going to let me do this because it's raining. Alright, looks like I can. If you're wondering, you can plumb a rain collector barrel to a sink, which means that it filters the water. Something about plumbing in this game means that it filters water, which is great. Hello? Yeah, you see, it's not going to let me because it's actually raining right now. Well, that's rude. Anyway, yeah, so by putting a rain collector barrel outside and letting it fill up with rainwater and then putting a sink on the inside, for us, it'll be like right here. This is where we'll put the sink. It's kind of a shame that you can see the stairs through the wall like this. It kind of messes with the aesthetic inside this room, but I guess we'll have to live with that. Do you have space in here for a rain collector barrel? You sure do. Alright, so later we will replace the cheap, crappy barrel with the nice one that we found. For now, though, let me put away my different tools here. For now, I am going to go and do something more interesting. So I'll see you there. I haven't decided where we're going yet, so it's a surprise to me and to you. Apparently, our destination was the food shelf. How's our weight doing? We're falling? Alright, time for some chips. Easy chips, nice, alright. Now we're going somewhere new. Whoops. It helps if you open the door. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna be over here today. This was just where I ended up. What is off in this direction that's useful? I'm trying to think. I think there's a fire department down this way. And other stuff. But I'm also gonna take a peek inside this gas station. I think we've already been inside here, but I'm on the hunt for a sledgehammer. And if any building might possibly have a sledgehammer, I want to know about it. It's definitely not going to be on the chips and candy shelves. Maybe over here on the right side of the building? Nope, it's all just candy and such, which is fine. I'm sure I looted all these chests and stuff in the back. Lots of food. Lots of food. Lots of food. Couple of mechanic stuff. Yeah. There's some decent stuff in there, but no sledgehammer. These guys are still trapped in this building because I can't get in. Makes me sad. That's the way it goes. Alright. So we're gonna do some work in this area of town. Ooh, wonder if they have good stuff at the dentist's office. Family dentistry. It's hard to read, I know, because the vines are on top of it, but it's a dental office. Watches? Anybody got watches? I'm trying to remember. The watches is hard for me. It's just tedious and annoying. We are almost at level 2 electrical, which is great. Alright. This guy's got a watch. Nice. Do some work here, take care of all these zombies. This might have been a bit much for me to try to handle with just the crowbar. But there's only one way to get better with the crowbar. That's to practice, so. May as well just give it a shot. Give it a swing. Take it nice and easy though. No reason to rush things. Of course what's going to happen is I'm going to get to the end of this, I'm going to forget to go back and look for watches. That's okay. The crowbar is very good. It'll be a great day when we can one-shot or two-shot with the crowbar consistently. But we're not there. Ooh, it got its second skill. What is it? This shall forever be known as the Nimble Crowbar of Pestilence. I have no idea what that does. Something good. Something handy, I'm sure. 5% this, 10% that. I don't know. Something along those lines. Anything in the cars? A revolver. How heavy is the box of bullets? It's not going anywhere. I'm not taking it. What about you? Do you have anything? Oh, they just broke a window. The doctor himself, or the dentist, is coming to welcome me to his dental office. That's very nice of him. It is a zombie apocalypse. In fact, it is thoroughly into a zombie apocalypse in our lore for our story here. So Teresa Day probably hasn't seen a licensed dentist in like at least 10 years, maybe? Well, now she's seen one, but she had to bash his head in because he wanted to eat her. Alright. Dental office it is. Wake up the inhabitants, because I don't want any of them hiding, and then we'll deal with them as they pour out. Actually, let's go ahead and work on our short blade. We have so much short blade, it's a very powerful skill, so we will continue leveling up short blade. I want to do the crowbar because their crowbars are so plentiful, but with the mods that we have installed, oh, this guy's stuck. Sorry about that. There you go. I freed you. With the mods we have installed, we get a lot more short blades, like good short blades than a normal vanilla game would. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll use up the Gladius here. How does it look like inside? Doesn't look too busy. Hello. This guy heard there was a knife fight going on. He wanted to join in. Although I guess he didn't bring a knife to it. Okay, another dentist or doctor of some variety. We are going to actually poke our nose in here a little bit further now. I think we're pretty safe on this side. Those guys aren't going to come bother us, I don't think. So we'll go ahead on inside. Lots of little rooms in here for there to be a zombie hiding in. Here's someone on a window. I assume they're on this window? Maybe this one? Maybe they're on an internal window? I don't know. Not sure where they are. Oh, they must have been on an internal window. I need to know where the zombies are. If I don't know where they are, then it gets dangerous. Oh, I think they were on this one here. Yeah, there's someone on that window. Maybe I can get him to come around. Okay, it's just the one there. Alright, back out the door. Lots of windows and doors for the zombies to get stuck on. So they have to be pretty dedicated to eating me, I think. Oh, the key. Not that I think we need the key to the dentist's office, but we have it now. I'm actually not sure if it still works like this, but it used to be that if you had the key to a building, you could get, by dismantling the doors and getting doorknobs from it, you could actually get doors that you could lock. They might have changed that. I don't know for sure. I think it used to be that way. For most people's games, unless you're changing your settings, it doesn't really matter. But just an interesting fact, which may or may not be true anymore, so don't go around relying on it. Some people like to play with settings where the zombies can open locked or unlock doors. So if you are playing with that setting, that the zombies can open doors, locking a door is very important. You have to lock the door, basically, or else you're risking a zombie finding his way in. Because, like, in the normal game, you're gonna hear them banging on the door before they break the door down and come in. So your character, I think they have a chance to wake up, maybe, when it hears noises like that. But obviously, if the door just opens, then it's kind of different. Should I take this garbage bag? Probably. If the door just opens, you're gonna have a harder time. All right, we're not gonna loot anything really until we get to the end of this. There's still a few zombies hanging around. Anybody hiding in here? Nope. Did we already check this one? Where is this last zombie? Over here? Is there a closet that I missed? Oh, we need to eat something. I don't see a door. Alright. Please hold. Must eat chips. They changed the way eating works. Well, they didn't change the way it works. They changed what the information it tells you. So if I hover over the chips here and I see hunger -15, then I go to eat and I go to half. Now it doesn't tell me how much hunger this will give me. Whereas I think it used to do that. I don't remember. I could be mistaken. What? I'm very confused here. I think maybe it's somebody outside, banging on a window from the outside. I'm pretty sure we got this whole place looted. We will see. Aha! There you are. Well, now my suspicion is that the whole building is empty of zombies, so we'll do our looting. I'm not expecting there to be too much in here that we need, but we'll see. We'll give it a good shot. See if there's anything, but... Oh, I could take these magazines and stuff. Those can sometimes be useful for getting rid of boredom, like we were seeing the other day when we were doing all of our... oh, I already checked this room. When we were doing our indoor skill grinding, but as you might be able to tell, that didn't end up being an issue. I think I hear a zombie outside. Yeah, I do. Oh, he is not outside. He is inside. He must have seen me. That makes me uneasy. Fortunately, we have an exit over here on the left, so if I hear any more, we've got 2 exits. Okay. Sleeping tablets is kind of rare. I will take those. Suture needle holder might be useful later, just to have one, you know? But rarely do they come into play. Yeah, there's not too much here we need. Oh, the beta blockers. Those could be handy. We're not at the point where we don't get panicked when we see zombies anymore. I think I'm really more interested in the utility room than I am in any of these other rooms. Alright, I think I've looted through everything except the utility room. So, it's just more medical supplies. Like, there's nothing really useful at all in here. I mean, I could take some alcohol wipes. They'll come in handy, but we have a doctor's office in the mall. Any of the stuff we end up needing, we can just go over there. There's tons of it there. All right, well, dental office was a little bit of a letdown. It sure is raining a lot, though. Jeez. It's a lot of precipitation here. All right, what else? Are we safe here for a second? Okay, good. Just gonna go ahead and pause the game while I take a look at the map. You can pause the game when you are opening the map like this. So you can't pause it and then open the map. You have to open the map and then pause it. But by default, F2 will pause the game. So there's F2, unpausing and pausing the game. Okay, so let's take a look where we're at. We'll reorient ourselves for a second here. This is a mall, obviously, big parking lot. This is the hotel that we've started poking at. This is where the construction woodworking store is, the construction shop. This, I think, is a huge unfinished building. We went down this area when we were doing the like under construction buildings. We went down through here a little ways. This is the gas station. This is the dentist office that we just did. What else is useful down here? We can go back in here where we were recently, where all those buildings are, all the houses and stuff. That would be good. There can be good loot there. Or we could keep pushing down this way. I think this is the music festival. Yeah, I think this is the music festival here, something like that. We can keep pushing down this way, but there's really not that much that's useful here. The most useful stuff would probably be towards downtown, but I don't know. We'll probably broadly work our way out in kind of a circle away from home, just to keep things clear. So haven't decided exactly what we're gonna do. We'll kill this group of zombies here, and then we'll head home. It's 6 p.m. We are not quite tired enough yet, but I would say that unless you have the outdoorsman trait, fighting in the rain is not the best idea in the world. For me right here, because I have the outdoorsman trait, it doesn't really matter. But in general, your character has a chance to catch a cold if you're out in the rain and you're wet. Just kind of like in real life, you know. You don't want to be out in the rain unless you have to be. You're gonna get all soaked as that happens. Ooh, watch. I'm supposed to pick up watches. You're gonna get soaked if you're out in a rainstorm like this, killing zombies with knives. We are only moist because we have the outdoorsman trait, though. Alright, hey kid, don't walk that way. I don't want to get closer to the the hotel. Because I saw a big group of zombies where we are headed to. Over to the top of the screen here. Yeah, these guys. I don't know where they came from. Our car is right here. I mean, I could run past them, get in the car, and drive away. But recently, we also ran into that situation, you know, where you need enough time to start the car right away. And if there's too many zombies in the area, you can't do that. Alright, fortunately, we have a very powerful short blade. So this should go relatively easily, but just take it easy. Yeah, just down the last couple here. Okay, so yeah, I'm not sure where the zombies came from. They just fill in the space, the zombie pressure. There's so many of them in the area, they push each other out into new areas. And there's also mechanics in the game where they move anyway. We have some of those turned off in the settings. We have meta events turned off because it doesn't really fit the vibe of a 10 years later playthrough. But the zombies will move all the time. Oh, another fanny pack. I'm pretty sure we already have 2 fanny packs. A camera. You can dismantle the camera. That's cool. I didn't know you could do that. Alright. It's raining. Oh, watch. There we go. It's raining. There's no other big groups of zombies. These guys don't see us. We might just be able to make it to our car and get out of here. A nice trick, if you don't know it, if you want to go to the driver's side... I haven't done it very often. There we go. If you hold shift while you press E to enter a car, I think you go to the driver's seat by default, except it didn't happen. So maybe I'm lying to you. Never mind. Don't listen to me. Don't want to deal with them right now. Wow, the rain is actually quite loud. It is quite loud. Alright, well, I would call this a somewhat successful day. We have a water bucket filling up with water, so we can plumb a sink and get unlimited free water, clean water pretty soon. What else did we do? We visited the dentist's office. There we go. I was waiting for the audio to get quieter from being inside with the rain. But yeah. Killed some zombies. I'm thinking we might go back soon and try to push more on that hotel. There's an awful lot of rooms in that hotel, and there's also some pretty cool rooms, so maybe we'll do some exploring tomorrow. See if we can push our way into the mall, the hotel. We spent so long working on the mall here that it's just permanently ingrained in my Zomboid brain. Alright. Well, thanks friends for joining me today as we hit level 2 electrical. Hope you had a good time. I'm Juniper. Hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye now.